show is currently called Native Show, but I'm telling you, I'm standing here with somebody who's cooking up some native cow stew.
You got it, baby.
What you doing this morning?
Hey, I'm just doing some good native stew conch here for these folks here on San Salvador, man. You know, all my roots are here in San Salvador, so I just thought I'd come here and show them the way to do it out in the backyard, baby. That's what it's all about.
This is what you call peeling potato. This is down home style in San Salvador. We are peeling this potato now to go on the grill. And we are going to have some grilled fish. And we are going to have some nice down home San Salvador potato bread. So you need to come up and enjoy this finger licking good.
United States and Salvador. This is my little cousin Ashande, but she is shy. This is my cousin Ivan's granddaughter, so I'm going to talk to this lady right here. Trewanya, how are you?
Fine.
How old are you?
I'm 9.
You're 9, and you're from San Salvador?
Yes, Mom.
What do you like to do for fun?
I like to play.
You like to play? So what you doing right now?
Sitting under the shade.
Sitting under the shade. Now somebody told me, Allison told me that you're actually getting to stay up really late, so are you having a great time?
Yes, Mom.
Okay. I want you to look in that camera then. I want you to tell people all about San Salvador. Tell us about San Salvador.
Our beaches are pretty.
Tell me your name.
My name is Ashleah.
Okay, and where are you from?
I'm from San Salvador.
All right, so you were born and grew up right here?
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to look in that camera because a lot of people out there think that living on the Family Islands, you may not be as modernized as people in Nassau. I want you to look in that camera. I want you to tell some of the young people out there how great San Salvador is.
San Salvador is great. I know how you all can miss this, but boy, you're missing plenty.
They're missing plenty. I like that. You having a good time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thanks for talking to us, eh? All right, Native Show. And you with them too?
Yeah. You know that.
What body Lucha y'all from?
Hatchet Bay.
Governor, so yeah, I talked to you before, right? You from Hatchet Bay. You from JC?
Yeah.
That's James' sister, Lucha.
Yes.
Okay.
Governor Salvador.
All right.
Hatchet Bay.
Okay. It's your first time in San Salvador?
No.
So how many times have you been here?
I live here.
You live here now, okay? Where you work at Club Med?
Yes.
I thought I saw you there. What do you think about the island when you compare San Salvador to Eleuthera? What are some of the similarities and differences?
Well, San Salvador is a very historical place.
It's Discovery Day 2007, and I'm standing here with Mr. Clifford Snake Eye Fernanda at Little Lake in Coburn Town. Tell us what this lake was used for back in the day.
During my boyhood days, this lake was very important to villagers from other settlements getting here to collect their freight or goodies, food stuff from the mail boat. The mail boat was the freight boat that carries cargo and mail. That's where it got the name, mail boat, because it brought mail.
I'm sitting here at the site of the Lighthouse in United States and Salvador, and I'm sitting here with Joyce Hanna. She's one of the Lighthouse keepers. How did you get a job like that, Miss Hanna?
Well, it's many years ago. My husband, my late husband, he was a lighthouse keeper. And on the station, when the other keepers took sick, then I fell in for them.
Okay.
And then I was offered a job.
Wow.
And that was in 1982.
1982, so you've been doing it?
Wow. I accept it.
For about 25 years now. And you live right here on site. This is your home?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful. Do you know anything about the history of this home? Like, how long was this here standing?
Well, this built the same time with the lighthouse.
What?
This, the keeper's quarters we live in.
Okay. Talk to me about what your duties are.
Well, our duty is to put in the light during the night. And you have 6 hours shift.
Okay.
I have 6 and I have 6.
Okay.
Well, we rotate it. Like, we don't really use daylight saving time.
Okay.
We stay on Eastern Standard Time.
I see. What do you love the most about living up here and working up here?
Quiet.
Wow, well, thank you so much for talking to us. I think that this is such an ideal job to have, really, to be able to live and to work in such an historic site.
Right, it's quiet, but I enjoy it.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
Thanks for talking with us.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, Joyce Hanna, she's one of the lighthouse keepers here in UE. This is United States, San Salvador, and we're at the Lighthouse site. You just gotta love it, native show. We're standing in the Lighthouse in United States in San Salvador. We're about 163 feet above sea level. This is Snake Eye, Fernanda. Now tell us about this operation here. This looks quite elaborate.
This lighthouse was built in 1856, and in 1929, the top was taken off, a piece added to it, and the top was replaced. You see, here is a handle, a crank more or less, and on the end of that cable there, it's a big piece of iron weight. This weight is wound up with this crank. Once it's wound up, then this cradle here is put in motion, and as it rotates, the weight descends and keeps the rotation for 2 hours. Just before the 2 hours is completed, the weight on its way down trips a bell that signals the operator that it's time for rewinding. Here, this container is full of mercury. The mercury serves as bearing. See how easy this heavy thing rotates? And the mantle up there gives a light, and it's magnified by these round glass, which magnifies that little light to the equivalent of 400,000 candle power, and it's visible for 19.5 miles away. The curtain, you see, is put up every morning at sunrise because for fearing that these magnifying lenses might stop in the direction of the sun, and the ray from the sun onto dry grass or paper can start a fire. So that's why the curtain is put up. It's taken down in the evening when the light is ignited.
Now we're standing on the outside of the lighthouse here in UE, United States, San Salvador. You can see the entire island as well as the horizon from this side is absolutely beautiful. But Snake Eye, what I would like to know is, why are we still using the lighthouse in 2007 with all of the sophisticated GPS systems that ships have?
It is a historical site, and the old mariners, captains, they still uses it as a visual aid, more or less, because once you get in this vicinity and you see the light, then they know for sure that this is San Salvador, because it gives 2 flashes every 10 seconds.
Okay. And you're saying that lighthouses on other islands would have a different rotation?
Different flash.
A different flash.
Some would have 1 flash per second, 3 or more flashes.
How many islands in the Bahamas still have a functioning lighthouse that is lit every night by lighthouse keepers? How many of them?
I think it's 3, San Salvador, Enagua, and Hope Town.